Hello my YouTube friends, welcome to another exciting lesson in Revit. In this lesson, I want to show you step by step on how you can model and detail rebar on a pad foundation. As you can see, this is exactly what you are going to produce, and if you are in a region whereby you use different codes, maybe the tagging is quite different and everything, make sure that you still watch from start to finish. The principles are the same and you know on how you can change the template and customize it according to your needs. So this is what we are going to produce. As you can see, we also have another detail that is a column in elevation, including the pad foundation, and this is all coming from this model. As you can see, we have the rebar on the bases there, and in this lesson we are going to model together step by step the reinforcement on this base, and I'll show you all the tips and tricks that you are supposed to follow as you do this. Now, for those who've been on my channel, for those of you who've been on my channel for quite some time, you remember that the first lesson that I produced on this channel is the modeling and detailing of rebar on a base like this one. Now, why I've done another video is that I've explained some more tips and tricks on how you can do this more efficiently, and I'm going to explain things that most people do not explain. So even if you know how to model and detail rebar on a pad foundation, please still watch and comment there if you not learn anything new in this lesson. Without wasting time, let's get started in this lesson. And before I proceed, I want to ask you that once you finish watching this video, once you learn on how to create these details, once you learn on how to to create the rebar there, please make sure that you go on my channel. There's also this lesson on how you can learn on how to to create the rebar in 3D on a staircase and also detail. And for anyone who would like to learn Revit architecture, Revit structure, and robot structure analysis professional in a course, please check the links in the description. All right, so let me proceed by going to the 3D model here, and you see that we have the rebar there. What I'm going to do is to just delete everything and start afresh so that you can follow along. So I'll just select everything here like that, then go to filter, then check none, structure rebar, apply, okay. So this way I've selected all the rebar on this model, and I'll just click on delete there, and all the rebar will disappear. So you can see that those details will still be there, but really there's nothing. I'll just close those so that we start from scratch. Okay, so I'll place the rebar. I'll start with this one, and later on I'll just copy the rebar on the others, the bases. What I'll do, I'll just go to maybe the plan view, and I'll just go, let me go to south and see the level. This is TOF. That's where I need to open. So we can see that we have TOF, we have it there. And from here, let me first of all delete. I want to show you everything. Let me delete the section so that you see on how you can create your sections. So if you want to place rebar, you can either cut a section or you can either place rebar just on top the way it is. So in the first video on this channel, I used a section to place the rebar on the base, but this time I just want to place the rebar right there using a tool called rebar by 2 points. Okay, so this is one of the first tips that I want to show, something which is different from what I did in the previous video. So I'll select on that base and I'll click on rebar, I'll click on OK, and you can see that we have rebar by 2 points. So this is the option that I want to use because I don't want to cut a section when placing the rebar there that is at the bottom. Okay, so I'll select rebar by 2 points, and once you do that, make sure that you pick, we have the current work plane. Under the placement planes, we have the near cover reference and the far cover reference. Since I'm placing rebar at the bottom of this base, I have to pick the far cover reference, as you can see from here. So we have this one by 2 points, far cover reference. Then I'll go to the next one, the placement orientation. I can start with horizontal or vertical. I'll start with horizontal so that I can have my bars in that direction. Okay, so now what I need to do is to go ahead and pick the shape code. Okay, I think I'll pick that one, and from there you can now pick what you want to use. Okay, maybe the type that I want to use, I'll pick an H bar, which is maybe H16. That's a bar I want to use. All right, so now it's just a matter of, you can even see the instruction there, but it's just a matter of just picking that point. You can see that that is rebar in the horizontal. I'll just click there, then go back to the placement plane and pick vertical this time. Okay, and I'll pick that point because that is the cover, as you can see from there, and that is the vertical, and I'll pick maybe the cover the corner, as you can see, we have the bars at the bottom of, this base. Now I'll go to my 3D view. First of all, let me select the rebar there, go to my 3D view and see that I have the rebar there, but I can't see it. I'll select everything. You can see that in the background, we have the rebar there. So what I want to do is to make the rebar visible, okay? I'll click on filter, check none, and just pick the structural rebar. From there, click on apply, okay? And I'll go under here. You see that we have view visibility states. Just click there and I'll pick the 3D rebar. Okay, the 3D view, sorry, click on apply, click outside, and I'll just change to fine level of detail. Oh, sorry, it has to be fine level of detail, and you see that you have the rebar right there. Now, for some reason, I think I picked a different shape code in terms of this one. What is the shape code that I picked? I'll select here. Okay, this is the one. Okay, I can still add, the anchors there. Okay, so let me. Oh, I think from the look of things, this one, is flipping. Let me click on space bar. As you can see, then it's in the correct orientation. Let me select this one and orbit. Okay, it's perfect. So sometimes if it's placed in a different orientation, as you can see from here, you just select on the bar space bar. You can see that is perfect. But unfortunately, it's now at the bottom. So let me continue. The space bar, you see that it's at the bottom. So you can see that these are some of the tips and tricks which most people do not explain. So it doesn't matter, you can find it, it may seem to be messed up, but just by the use of a space bar like that, you are able to, to place it at the bottom, as you can see, and it's perfect right there. Now, one thing I have to do, but idea before I proceed, I think I didn't just check the plane. Its idea is supposed to be at the bottom, but if such a thing happens, just space bar, and it'll be at the bottom, as you can see. Now, I also want now to show some tips and tricks. You can see that we have some collision of the bars. I don't want my model to be like this, because if you start constructing, you're not going to have the rebar, colliding like that. So to do that, to avoid that, I'll select on one of the bars, go to rebar constraints, and I'll just pick the face at the bottom there. Click that small number there, maybe negative, maybe this is negative 16 because it's 16 diameter. Enter on my keyboard, then finish there, and you can see that it's perfect now. There are no collisions there in terms of the bars. Okay, so let me proceed. I'll select the bars there, and I want to change, the length there. So I'll go there, and what I want to pick from here is, there's something that I want to pick. Let me just show you from here. Override hook lengths. These are the hooks. I want to override them. They're just quite too long. So I'll select this one, and you can see that we have A, B, and C. So I'll select this one, A and C. So from there, maybe I just want this one to be 150. Enter on my keyboard or apply. That is one side, as you can see. Then the other one is also 150, as you can see. Apply. Okay, done. Make sure that it's 150. Apply. Okay, so this is perfect. I can do the same on the other side and make sure that you override the hooks, because I want my hooks there. Let me go. We have A. I have to change it to 150. Like that. Enter. Then I'll go to C and change it to 150. And enter or apply on your keyboard. Perfect. So the mat is done on our base, and I just used the rebar by 2 points. And if it's oriented in a different direction, just a space bar will put it on the correct plane, as you just saw a few minutes ago. So now one other thing that I want to do is to add the rebar within the column there. What I'll do, I'll just go to the top there, and this time now I'll first of all cut a section there by just going to view and cut a section there. Then I'm going to click there, and let me use the building section, then click the first point and the second point. Just drag my extents there so that it's quite, within. Then I'll just double click the head there. You can see that we have, the column there. I'll select that and simply drag it down, because I'm interested, at the bottom there. That's where my interest is. I'll just drag it down there, because, what have I done? Control Z. Select the box there, drag it down until I just concentrate, where the base is. As you can see, we have it right there. Okay. So after doing that, if I don't want to see the section anyway, I'll just leave it. You can see that we have the bars there. Let me change this one to fine. As you can see, we have the bars. If I just want to edit the bit again, I can do that and just drag it inside. Okay, I can drag this one inside. Okay, that one I can also drag it inside if I want it to be within, because you can see that we have the cover right there and it has to be within the covers. If I want this one to start from there, I can do that and everything looks perfect. Now, for me to add the bars here, I can still add them within an elevation, or I can cut a section. Let me just cut a different section by just going to not call out, going to view section, and I just want to go to detail. Make sure that you use a detail, and I'll click the first point and the second point. Then I'll click on modify, then select this one and just double click the head. Open that section, just hold on a bit, double click. Okay, so now we are in section, we are cutting the column, and I'll drag it there. You can see that we are right here. Now I'll start by placing the links on this, stub column. I'll select it. Then I'll go to Rebar and let me pick now the shape code. Which one do I want? 52. Or let me just use expand to host. All right, do that again, work plane. Okay. All right, so I'm going to use this option here called current work plane, and under the placement, parallel to the work plane. Okay, so now I can just pick. Actually, for this one now, you can't pick 2 points. You can see we have by 2 points and also expand to host. You see that once you just move your cursor there, you move your cursor there, you can just click and the Rebar will be there and it will expand within there. Now, I'll select this one and make sure that I change this one to, I want maybe H8, maybe, that is okay. Then I'll change to fine level of detail. Then if I select this one, let me check to maximum spacing, and 200 is fine. That is for the spacing of this one. Now let me add the bars here. Okay, the longitudinal bars, sorry. I'll select on that, then click on Rebar. And what I'm going to do is to pick, that one there and change it to maybe H16 or Y16. I think I'm going to use an H bar, which is H16 right there. All right, so now you just need to come here and change the placement. All right, maybe let me try perpendicular. As you can see, perpendicular is okay. And I can have the 3 bars there and 3 bars there and just modify from there. So you can see that I'm okay with what I have. So I can go to the section, the one I just created. You can see that we have the bars, but these bars are supposed to go down there. So what I want to do is to go to a different section so that I can see, or actually from here, you can see that I can select this one and click on not edit, but sketch. I'll just close this one and click on no. I'll select on this Rebar and click on edit sketch. So now what I want to do is to just, sketch this bar down there. I'll select on it and just drag it up to somewhere here. And I'll pick the line, and I'll just want to pick, after picking the line, pick it like that. And I can extend it maybe by 500 and click. Is it 520? Doesn't matter. Again, you can calculate, the anchorage and whatever, the development length, and, do that. So I'll click on finish. This is H16. Click on finish there. Click outside. Now you can see from here, maybe I just want to drag it a bit so that there's no collision. But the Rebar, I'll leave it there so you see how we can do it in 3D. But from here, you are even able to drag it so that at least it's perfect. Okay, maybe let me just do it now and leave it somewhere there. Now, from here, I can select this one and mirror it. I'll click on mirror, by drawing axis, then pick that center and click there to mirror the bar. As you can see, it's right there. Okay, now from here, I want to, to extend this bar. Or what have I done? It's like I deliberately moved. I accidentally moved this one, but we'll still fix it. I'll go to the 3D view. Oh, there's something that I did. Sorry for that. But what I'll do, I don't want to do, I accidentally moved this one. Let me go to the south. Am I going to see it here? Okay, let me try AL for align. Pick this one and that one. Okay, perfect. I've aligned it. And I think it's now perfect. We have this one, maybe AL on my keyboard. This one and that one. Okay, it's in place. So you don't have to worry in Revit, if you make a mistake, maybe I moved this accidentally. So now it's perfect. I can select all the bars Go to filter, check none, structural rebar, apply, okay. See that all the bars are selected, and the reason why I want to do this is to change to view unobscured by clicking there, then 3D view, okay. Click outside and you can see that the bars are perfectly there. Now before I proceed, I also want to move the stirrups down there. I'll go to section and I'm just going to select there and just drag it down there because this is what I want. What else do we have? These are the starter bars, okay. So I have to move these bars, you know, up a bit. So now I need to have the starter bars up here. I can do it in 2D or 3D. Let me do it in 3D so that, you know, we can have the bars protruding there because these are starter bars. Okay, again, this is another tip that you have to pay attention to. I can select on that one and just go to edit constraints and make sure that you pick the top part there and just click the number there, and I want it to go outward. Maybe again, it's up to you, you need to calculate, but I'll just use 500, enter. Okay, you can see that it's like that, then finish. Okay, I could have even selected the other one at the same time, but I can do that so that you see what I'm doing. Edit constraints, then I can pick the top one there. Yeah, then click there and type in with 500 millimeters. You can use your dimensions, you know. Click there and click outside. So you can see that's how I want it to be. Click on section. Everything looks perfect. Now, what I want to do, this one is going to be one detail, and if I go there, not this one, I also want to show this detail also. And what I want to do is to go to view callout, and I just want to create a callout because this will be one detail and the other one will be the different detail. So we have this detail, and I'll go to there and just change the scale maybe to 1 to 50. Okay, now I'll change also to fine level of detail so that I can see what we have. Okay, then I can start selecting on that HH on your keyboard just to hide what you don't want to see. Or what have I done? Okay, don't crash on me. Okay, HH on my keyboard and just undo so that I see what I've done. Okay, so I'll select on this one, HH, select on that one, HH on your keyboard. We have this one. Okay, I think even the section, I don't need the section HH on your keyboard. This is a shortcut for hiding. Then once you do that, just click there and apply, hide, isolate. Everything is hidden. All right, this is one detail. Which one is this? I don't need this one. I'll close it. I just need this one. I just need that one. And I'll also change it to 1 to 50. All right, I also don't need this one, HH on your keyboard to hide it. This is a quicker way. If you want to just click one, right click, then hide in view by elements. You can do that, but a quicker one is just HH on my keyboard, right? H on my keyboard and just click down there and apply, hide and isolate, and you are good to go. Okay. So now I'll just change the graphics maybe to realistic, or let me click there, realistic texture. Okay, I'll use the texture this time. It's fine. You can use, you know, the hidden line. It's entirely up to you, but I just want to use maybe texture. This is what I want. Then I'll just click there, and now I can go to, you know, I start detailing. Okay, so I have this detail and I can come here and do the same. All right, I'll go to texture, and if the version of Revit doesn't have this option, don't worry, you can go to shaded, you can go to hidden. It's entirely up to you and choose the best option for you. But for me, just going to pick this one, and this is what we have. All right, so these are the two details. Now let's get started with the detailing. I'll go to section, and you see we have this one. And before I start detailing again, let me go back, and we want to counter check to make sure that there are no collisions here. I think it looks perfect. I can orbit, and you can see that all the rebars are not colliding. Okay, so this looks good to me. So I'll now go back there. And for those who show all the stirrups there or the links, you know, when you detail, you have to show all of them. You can leave it the way it is. But in my region, we select one. We just leave 1 or 2 to avoid some congestion there on the details. So I'll just click there and select none and pick the one I want to show and click on finish. We have that bar, and this is what we want to show. Now I can proceed in terms of detailing. I'll just select that bar and go to annotate, tag by category, and I can just, you know, pick that one. I think I'm okay with the tag. Again, the number of lessons on this channel where I've shown different way of the tags that you can use. This tag can customize to different tags. It's entirely up to you, but I'll just use this simple tag to just show, you know, the type of the bar. and you know the bar mark, that is the type of the bar, and the bar mark, I'm not going to show the number. If you want to show the number, you can still do that. All right, so I'll select on that and maybe just leave it there. I'm happy. I'll again go to maybe this one now, select that one. Oh, and do there's some settings that I need to change. It doesn't need to start moving like that. I think I'll counter check it later, and it shouldn't be moving the way it's behaving once I select on it. I'll continue with the detailing, select there, then this time I'll use the Rebar annotation, select there, and you can see that we have the bar there. I'll just click once there and pick that point, and you can see it's even snapping, although it's, you know, going in there, you know, upward there, but it's okay. I can select on it. I'm showing you the whole process on what you're supposed to do. Maybe select the tag and I can just drag it down here. I can change the side and anything else that you want to do. I'll go at the bottom, you know, tag by category, and I can maybe tag by category, and I can, what's happening? Okay, I can select on that. If I want to drag this one, I can. If I want to drag it up. So ideally, this is how you can start detailing and making it as detailed as possible. It's entirely up to you. I'll just click on modify. Then I also want to show, you know, to remove or to extract some of the bar bending details. Do from there and do. Okay, there's a setting that I need to counter check later on. So once I select on that, I can go to bending detail, and you can see that I can have my detail right there. Okay, then I can select on another bending detail, then bending detail. Again, if you don't do it in your region, if you don't show the bending details, I'm just showing that to accommodate everyone. You can just leave it and continue the detailing from here. All right, so I'm happy with this one. I think it looks good. I can add the dimensions there. You can see that I can do that, and maybe up to the ground level there. I'll leave it maybe somewhere here, entirely up to you. And select on that one and drag it so that maybe there's some space there. And this is how you can finish up this detail. So I'll go to the next detail, which is this one. Even on this one, I'll select on that, maybe just show the middle one. Okay, maybe in the middle, I don't like it. I don't want to show in the middle, but I'll select there and select this bar to show. Click on finish, click outside. I'll select these bars, you know, just click on select rebar, then click on select none. And I want to show that one and click on finish. Okay, so I just want to show two bars. Okay, now I'll select on that one, go to annotate, and I want to show Rebar, and I can select on that one and see that we have that bar, and I can, you know, just pick it maybe from this point, maybe up to that point. I can straighten it. You can see that it's showing the quantity, the type, you know, the bar mark and the spacing. I think this is the one I'll show this time. I can click there, and if I don't want to show it somewhere there, I can even drag it there. Then where you want to place it is entirely up to. If I want to align it there, I can click there, and you see everything is perfect. Okay, so if I want, I can change now. I think the scale needs to change. Let me go to 1 to 50. Ooh, this is too small. This 1 to 50. Okay, now you can see that this is the crop view in the crop region. Let me just extend it here. If this view is somewhere there, you're not going to see the annotation. Just drag it outside. So don't worry if you start missing certain things. I'll select there, click on edit, and I just want to straighten it there, and I can even bring it there. It can look perfect. You can, you know, customize it. I'll select there and tagging, and I just want to straighten it there and bring it down there. Okay, so you can do all those things as you can see from here. Now, another tip that I want to show is that, you know, sometimes it's fun, you know, you see that you don't want really to, you know, that you don't want to see the bar. You just want to see the bar in section, not these legs that you are seeing here. It's easy. Just select on that, hold control, select on that. If you want it to appear like this, it's entirely up to you. But for me, I just want to show the dots there. What you need to do is to just hide their invisibility states, and you don't want to show which view is this. Now, you need to know the view. This is detail 4. Where is detail 4? Okay, I think I can as well just uncheck everything. Detail 4. Okay. Yeah, if I want, I can check everything, but I know it's detail number 4. Click apply, and you can see that now I can just see the rebar in section. So as you can see, we are almost done. Let's just show now the the rebars there by selecting on it. We want also to show the bending detail. If it's something that you do, you can do that. Maybe let me have the two somewhere there. This one will be there. I can select on that. Maybe just drag it somewhere there. It's okay. I'll select this one now and bending detail and just place it somewhere there. I'm happy. And as you can see, we have this detail. We also have that detail. Now in Revit, you can customize your drawings according to how you do it in your office. Okay, so Revit, you're able to do anything. I can change to shaded, like to lines like that. If I don't want to show, the shading, I can go to hidden line and I can change to colors. Those who love AutoCAD the way it appears, I can do that. But maybe for presentation, I just want to leave it at texture so that it appears like that. Even this one, okay, I've got to, is it texture or realistic texture? And here we are. We have this detail and that detail, and all this is coming from this 3D model. Now you can see that. Let's copy now the rebar to the other ones and also show the bars there. I'll just select everything here, filter, check done, structure rebar, apply, okay. And I'm going to change this one to a view visibility states, and this is a 3D view. I'll just pick that one, apply, okay. And I'm going to use propagate feature by selecting on the base, then click on propagate, and I'll simply select all the bases. And as you can see, I'm going to have the rebar on the other one. So copying, you just do one and you copy. No matter how big your model or your project can be in Revit, you are going to do everything very, very fast. Just click on the finish and now copy also from the column there. Just click on propagate and you can now propagate everything to other columns there, as you can see from there, and click on finish. So here we are. We have the 3D model, we have that detail and that detail. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please don't just watch. If I check my analytics, you find that only 20% of my viewers are subscribing. You support me by subscribing to my channel. See you in some upcoming lessons.